Hello, my name is Rachel and I love crafting. So this company called Craftspire reached out to me and asked me if I would be willing to make a couple of videos for them in exchange for some products off of their website. And I agreed, and they allowed me to choose some things on their website. And Craftspire, what they carry is they carry very crafty stationery items. So they'll have like vintage envelopes and paper and tons of wax seals. They had so many options of wax seals. I did get the Halloween set of seals, which was 6 metal dies with a handle. And then I also got a wax set, because of course you need wax to do wax seals. And I'll put my first video up here in the cards, because this is actually my second video for them. But my first video I did unbox the things that I received from them. And then we also experimented so I could learn how to actually do a wax seal. But this is the second video, and I wanted to do a craft with the wax seals, and I thought it would be really interesting if I could incorporate it into my jewelry making. So I thought maybe if I could encase the seals in resin, because of course them just being wax by themselves, it would be very easy to damage them, but if I could encase them in resin, I could keep them. So what we're going to do is we're going to flip around to Craft Vision, and we're going to figure out whether or not I can turn this into jewelry. So welcome to today's craft, where I am going to attempt to turn wax seals into jewelry. My original idea, which I did not think through very well at all, was to use UV resin. And why that's such a terrible idea: when you're curing UV resin with a UV light, it gets really, really hot. So it just melted the wax, so you don't see the image that I had printed in the wax. So yeah, UV resin was not a good idea to use with the wax. And then, my next idea was, well, I'll just use regular resin. And what I did was I filled each one halfway up. I have a couple here and I have a couple more behind me that we'll get to. They're halfway filled with just regular clear resin. I'm going to actually do the wax imprint right on there, and then we'll make more clear resin and cover them up, and then of course let them sit. So this is actually a several day project, because yesterday I had to do the first layer of resin, and then we'll do the rest of it today, and then we won't be able to see how it turned out until tomorrow when the resin is completely cured. So I'm not sure how this is going to go, but wish me luck. So I guess we'll start with, I'm going to use 2 colors. I'm going to use this purple and this silver, and we're going to do these ovals first. As you can see, I also have some of the foils. These foils are really neat because they actually have multicolors to them. I don't know if you can see that. But inside each of these jars is just like one little sheet of foil. So I thought we would try foil on some. We would try some glitters. I got 2 glitters here open that we'll try. So we're just going to go for this, and we're going to start with these hands. I thought that one would be a fun one to start with. Alright, so first we're just going to light some wicks and pour some wax, and I guess I'll one at a time. So I'll start here. I probably should have trimmed those wicks back a little. I never think these things through, guys. Okay, I think that should be more than enough wax there, although I did a terrible job of getting it a nice circle. But oh yeah, I wanted to put maybe put some glitter in this one. See how the glitter works. It'll be quick though, because my wax is going to get firm. And that's how that came out. You can see a little bit of the glitter in there. I feel like I just want to get rid of this little bit here on the edge, so when I pour in the resin it'll completely cover it. We do the same thing with this one. Relight these. Okay, hopefully that's enough wax. Another spoonful of glitter. Oh, I'm getting the glitter everywhere. I don't think that matters. Glitter everywhere is fine. I'm gonna be fast before my wax cools. Just removing the excess where it's too tall so that when I pour in the resin will completely cover everything. There we go. It's our second one. Oops. So, next we'll move on to these squares. I got so much cat hair in these, guys. I tried to clean them out. I tried to get all the cat hair out, but just wasn't super successful with that. So for the square, do the blue and gold, and then we'll add a little bit of we'll try adding the foils. This time I am going to trim my wicks. I feel like the soot comes from having too long of a wick. And apparently I'm trying to set fires today. Oh, I forgot to change because I wanted to use a different stamp. Uh-oh. Oops. And there I go, trying to set fire to things again, guys. Okay, and then I'm just going to take a tiny piece of this foil and lay it on top. And really quickly, I'm going to change this out. Hopefully I'm not taking too long. But I'm going with the bat. Oh, the post is fine. Awesome. Ooh, actually that foil came out kind of cool. All right, let's do a second one. Oops, gold. Okay, fill this with blue and gold. I keep throwing flaming wax down into my molds. That can't be good. Okay, just need a little more blue wax. Then we've got to get rid of all this extra gold. Made a little bit of a mess there. I'll be right back. Okay, I think I did a fairly good job of cleaning up the excess. And that foil really is cool. Okay, so we'll set these aside. And next we have these coffins. And switch this first. We're going to do the bats with the haunted house in the coffins. And they go like right up under. I gotta make sure I get it. So that's where I'll have to put the wax, like right up at the top half. So we're gonna go in with this purple and pink. Okay, I had all sorts of colors mixed in with that purple. So let's throw some blue glitters in here. And take our stamp. We'll have to clean up a lot of excess once this one dries. Okay, see how that came out? And as soon as that cools down, I will clean up the excess here. Okay, so I cleaned that up a little bit. Hopefully I didn't clean it up too much, but I think that's still doing pretty good. Now we'll do this side. You can see, once again, cat hair in there. But it is what it is. Let's see here. Purple and pink and just a little bit of silver, because I had a bunch of silver on the purple apparently. So let's see if we can get all three in here. The beads would definitely be easier than the sticks. So my advice is get the beads. Gonna have a lot to clean up on that one too. But I think our imprint came out pretty decent. I'll just have to clean up that mess here in a second. Okay, got that one cleaned up fairly well. You can see all those glitters. And we only have one more to do. Well, three more. One more mold, but I did these three. Do the witch on one of these. Let's do blue and purple. one's a little more indistinct, a little bit harder to see. And of course I have to get rid of this extra bit once that cools down. I'm going to go back to these hands. Okay, hopefully that's enough. And let's put in some purpley sequins. Got the hands. Okay, that one for whatever reason didn't stick down, but it still came out really good. And once we pour the other resin on top, it'll be fine. One more to go. Oops, and I just made a huge mess. It was inevitable though. I can't do anything without making a huge mess. All right, purple and silver, and there'll be even a little bit of pink. Okay, and then there's that one. All right, so I'm going to go off camera and make a batch of clear resin, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've mixed up a batch of clear resin, although I did get some of that glitter that I spilt in here, but that's fine. I was going to add a little bit of glitter anyway. And the glitter I spilled over here, like, it's stuck to the silicone mat. I can barely get any of it up. So yeah, I made a nice little mess there. But we're going to start pouring the clear glitter, and I was just going to take a little bit of this glitter and put it on some of the clear parts just to give us a little more glitter. And then we're just going to cover it in clear. Let's get that glitter into every nook and cranny. Or the resin. Get that resin into every nook and cranny. And that looks pretty good. So we'll move that to the side, because that of course will take 24 hours to cure. Let's do the same with these two. Real quick, I'm just going to take the heat gun to these. Just popping some surface bubbles. And then our final one is these three. Yep, I had exactly enough to stop there. I don't have enough for this last one, but I'll go do all of that off camera. The next time you see me will be tomorrow when all of these have cured and we are unmolding them. Okay guys, so we're back. It's been over 24 hours. You can see that I also made a few extra pieces because when I made that second batch of resin to finish my final planchette, I of course made a little bit too much, so then I colored it and made a few things. So at the end of this video we'll have a bonus unmolding. But let's take a look at this wax seal thing and see how this turned out. So I'm going to start with these, and I actually really do like this one. I think this came out pretty cool. You can see the wax seal. I just have to clean it up a little bit. I did get a little messy with all these, so I'm going to have to trim off some excess. But you can see that the wax seal, you can see the indent rather well, and I think it is rather well preserved. The only thing I think that would make it better is I really need to improve my technique with the wax seals, and I think getting the bead wax will really help me with that. I just think this stick wax is just too difficult to work with. And I think being able to measure it out with the beads, I won't get any of the black soot in my finished product, plus I'd get a more consistent amount. I'll be able to figure out a consistent amount and get better just overall seals. But I still think this came out kind of cool. I still really like that one. And here is the matching one from this side. Oops. Now, eek. It also came out pretty good. I think that's a pretty decent match. I feel like I didn't quite get this one completely like in the same direction. They're in slightly different directions. But I think for the most part, the concept is a good one, and I just need to improve my wax seal technique. But I think that came out kind of cool. And I might make a pair of earrings out of that. And then our next ones, these were the little bats with the foil. And I really like the way the imprint comes out on the foil. I definitely want to play more with that. Let's pull this one out. Again, just a little excess there I'll need to trim off, but I think that came out pretty nifty. You can definitely see the bat imprint. Now let's see its matching one. I definitely got a bit extra on this one around the edges, but that's fine. I just need to clean these edges up. But that bat also, I think, came out pretty cool. So yeah. Like I said, I think this concept is actually a really good one. I just need to work on doing better wax seal imprints. Okay, what else we have? Okay, we have these little coffin earrings, which I actually messed up because I don't know if you can see this line right here. I didn't notice that a cord had fallen on top of it while it was, you know, setting. So there's this indent from where the cord was. But again, I have to clean these up. There, I got a bit of excess going on them. I'm gonna have to trim that up. Yeah. But these are a little harder to see. These were the little castle with the bats. And I don't think I did that good of a job with the imprint itself because it's really hard to make out. Like, I feel like I can make it out on this one a little bit better than this one. But again, the concept is there. If I can just get the... I really like the way the sparkles show up. But if I can just get my imprints better, I think this would be a really cool item. Okay, now let's see how my planchettes worked. I was just so messy with the pores. I got excess everywhere I need to trim off. And this one, some of the wax didn't quite get completely covered, but again, I feel like my hand imprints did a pretty good job. My hand imprints have come out pretty good. This one maybe a little indistinct there through the center, but like I said, I think the concept is there. I just really need to work on the execution. I just got so carried away with the pores. But yeah, I'll do some trimming here in a bit. But here's this one, same thing, where the imprint just, I feel like I lost, my imprint wasn't quite as clean as it should be. But if I can just improve my imprint skills with the wax, which I think will be, it'll be really helpful if I get the bead wax. I'll be able to improve that. But like I said, I like the concept. I think the concept is there, and I think it'll work great once I master that technique. And this one I poured so much there's even a cover through the hole. Oops. But this one, you can barely see it at all. This one was the witch, and you can barely see her at all. So that one I really did a terrible job of the wax seal. So I think my favorites were these two sets. So I think these came out the best. And I definitely think, like I said, like I keep saying, I definitely think the concept is there. The concept is good. I just need to work on better imprints on my wax seals. But I think it's really cool encasing them like this. I really like the way it just brings out the colors and just really shows it off. So yep, I definitely need to work on my technique on that, but I think that the idea is sound. Okay, so now let's do a little bit of bonus unmolding. This is nothing special. I just did one of the small Ouija's and just the dark mix that I had made. Here we have some bats. I was really heavy-handed with the pores yesterday. I have all sorts of excess. This is just a little glitter bat. It's cute. Nothing fancy. Just trying to use up that extra resin. There's my glitter bats. And let's see how these came out. Now these I actually did the powder down in the bottom for color, so we'll see how these worked. Ooh. Like my little death moth. There's my second one. So I like the way my death moths came out. Very nice. Ooh, I like my kitty. It's a good color. Colors came out nice on the kitty. Okay. So that's that. But of course, the whole point of this video was this, the encasing of the wax seals in the resin, which, like I said, I think is a great concept. I just need to work on doing better imprints. And I'm going to get myself some of the bead resin and see if that's easier for me to work with and if I can get more consistent, better imprints that way. But let me know what you guys think of this whole idea down in the comment section below. I really, like I said, I really think that the concept is a good one, and I think I can make some really cool pieces once I master my stamping technique. And I'm really sad I really messed these up because I really like the little coffins. The coffins are so cute. Oops. If you squint, you can see the little castle and the bats. But yeah, definitely tell me what you think down in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy the video, of course you can give it a thumbs down, and I welcome constructive criticism. You're also, feel free to leave non-constructive criticism. That can be fun too. And please subscribe to the channel. And I hope everyone is just staying happy, healthy, and safe in this incredibly crazy world we're living in. And I will talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.